Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who the Hell Asked. Byron here. Slade.
Oh, it was Slade. What's going on?
We got a lot of fucking predictions. We're throwing everybody in the barrel at this point. We got Nintendo already. We're throwing everybody else in its own barrel.
That is correct. So, thankfully, we got to do this because this week was very slow news week.
Yeah.
And part thanks to some rumors not panning out the way most people thought they would.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, what do you think Xbox is going to show off at this year's E3?
Oh boy, Xbox. So yeah, Xbox and Bethesda are having their game showcase. I'm gonna throw a very easy prediction already. Cuphead the Delicious Last Course. I think it's about time we see this finally. It's been eons since we saw this. I'm pretty sure it's close to being done, or if not done, at this point. This was revealed, I think, 2018?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and, obviously, with a game like Cuphead, the amount of work that went into it is insane. Because I think it's they're hand animating it, it's like a 50s cartoon, which is incredible stuff. But yeah, I think it's about freaking time that we see Cuphead, the Delicious Last Course.
I do agree with you. I think it's something that we see here. I'll get the next easy, obvious prediction out of the way. I'm not really sure that one is obvious, you think it is. But this one is probably the most obvious thing in the world. We're finally going to see more information on Halo Infinite.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I would be gobsmacked if...
Yeah. I would be shocked.
This is...
Stunned, flabbergasted, think of any word you could think of. Yeah.
Yeah, because, they showed it off last E3. People memed on it. And Xbox was like, okay, we're pushing this back a year.
Yeah, I think for Xbox, it's really important that they get this game shut off and out this year simply because they need their flagship title and some relevant first-party IP to show to their audience. Because while Game Pass is a really good streaming service and whatnot, that's kind of how they've been pushing their Xbox Forward so far.
Yeah, and expect those two words to be said a lot.
Oh yeah. Ultimately, they're going to need new games and new first-party IP in order to survive the climate that is the current gaming world against the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And I predicted this back in January. There is a chance I think we could get a Halo Special Edition Xbox Series X, probably.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree there. I do think they have some sort of special Xbox. I think Halo 3 didn't 4 also have one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I think I remember there was a translucent green OG Xbox for one of the Halo games.
Yeah, I think I vaguely recall that.
Yeah, so for the most part, there's been Halo Special Edition consoles on most Xboxes, sans I think the one.
Yeah, definitely expect to see Halo Infinite. There's almost zero chance we don't see it. Game Pass, since you brought it up.
Yep, Game Pass.
I am inclined to agree that Byron's absolutely right. We're going to hear it a lot, simply because Game Pass has kind of been Xbox largest strategy into attracting, new gamers and people to play and own a Xbox Series S and a Series X.
Yeah. I expect not pretty much every first party game announced and maybe some third parties that are announced to be okay, this will also be available on Xbox on Game Pass day one.
So while we're on the subject of Game Pass, I think we are going to see a large amount of third party ports to the Xbox that were previously Sony exclusive games.
Ooh.
So I don't have any specific ones to name. If you put a gun to my head, I guess I would say games like Persona 5 and maybe eventually Final Fantasy 7 Remake, though I don't think we have it here at this E3.
Mhm.
I think we're going to see a lot of games that weren't on Xbox before available on Xbox and shown off. I think that's going to be the majority of their presentation.
Oh,
Is going to be a lot of third-party games announced. Not only are they ports, but they are also available in Game Pass.
oh, interesting. And I assume just Persona 5 was the first one that just popped into your head.
Yeah, just anything that's like been on the PlayStation, but not available on Xbox. That's
Yeah.
not obviously like a first-party IP.
Yeah. So
It just makes the most sense
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise, Microsoft is in some desperate need of titles on
yeah.
their
Well,
console.
there is one title I'm pretty damn sure is going to be here. Psychonauts 2. It's pretty much done. The only thing we don't know about this game is a release date. I think we get it here.
And I do think that's going to release this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That game. Yeah, if Psychonauts 2 does not release this year, I would be absolutely gobsmacked if it didn't. And I'm kind of looking forward to this game because this game looks cool. I haven't played the first one. I need to at some point, but this second game just looks dope.
Okay, so one thing I am not expecting to see here, or at the very least, if we don't see a game released for this year. I am not expecting to see any Gears of War announcements for games coming out this year. They could announce a new Gears game, but it would be like off in the future, like a future release. What do you think?
So when you said Gears, I kind of got flashbacks to that one Xbox E3 where there was like I think there was like a Gears Tactics and then there was Gears Pop.
Yeah, it was
remember.
interesting because it kind of felt like they were taking a Halo Wars approach with that Gears Tactics game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think if we do see Gears, it'll be a game released for next year or further down the line. I don't think we see them announce something for Gears that'll come out this year.
Yeah, well, speaking of games that are coming out this year, The Gunk, the 3D game from the people behind SteamWorld. That is, I believe, still slated for a September 2021 release. And I'm pretty sure, just like Psychonauts 2, I would be shocked if we don't see this game here.
I would be heavily inclined to agree there. Another thing I think we probably see is what's that I'm blanking. What's that pirate game that Rare made?
You think we'll get some like Sea of Thieves updates?
Yes, I think we get like a large expansion of some kind to Sea of Thieves. I think E3 makes a lot of sense as the place to show it up, primarily because everybody's their eyes are on it, kind of reignite interest in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
because Sea of Thieves kind of released to very little fanfare at the beginning, but it improved massively as a game ever since.
Yeah, like I've played Sea of Thieves this past year. It was fun. It was a fun game, fun multiplayer game.
So I think we'll see that. I don't think we'll see anything else from Rare. Obviously, not like Banjo or something like that.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so you kind of already stole my thunder on that. But yeah, sadly no Banjo, even though Microsoft put the Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie Xbox Live ports on Steam, please. I want to buy them because they're the better versions of those games.
I think they're just trying to maintain the fact that those are going to be console exclusives.
Yeah. But also, yeah, no Everwild. The game that Rare doesn't even know what the gameplay is. That game is so far. That game is so far away. Holy shit.
Oh, actually, I do have one more Rare prediction. While I'm at it, I actually completely slipped my mind. I think we're going to see information on the new Perfect Dark game.
Oh, the game from the Initiative. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh,
I think now's a perfect time Perfect Dark. Let's see more information on Perfect Dark.
Pun unintentional. Slade's part. But yeah, it would be the perfect time to show off more Perfect Dark, because, man, there better be some good multiplayer for that.
I think that... Oh, wait, I lied. There's one more thing. So I briefly touched upon this in the Nintendo predictions, but I do think some of the partnership in regards to the xCloud streaming services and Game Pass is going to be available on Switch. I don't think, obviously, we're going to see the full library of games that Game Pass currently has also on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think you could expect, at the very bare minimum, like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie and stuff like that. If that happens. That's my prediction. Yeah. I'm just going to lie down and say, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, folks.
Yeah, well, and speaking
You're going to see Game Pass on Switch.
Yeah, also, well, you mentioned it earlier. Pretty sure at some point, Project xCloud is getting mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. xCloud will be mentioned in some shape or form. And speaking of being mentioned in some way, shape, or form, Bethesda. Bethesda's literally in the title of this show. And
yeah, I was actually going to put them off as like a separate part. But, I don't have anything else for Xbox anyway, so this works out.
Yeah. So, Bethesda. Elder Scrolls 6, I think we'll get another teaser? Maybe?
I think we'll get some gameplay footage, but it's a game that's not going to be available until 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
And they said previously the games that were currently in development at the time of the acquisition will be made for multiple platforms.
Yeah.
But I get the suspicion that the next Elder Scrolls is probably going to be an Xbox exclusive.
I wouldn't say...
Or Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I was about to say, because, if they don't release Elder Scrolls 6 PC, that...
There's a lot of angry gamers.
Yeah, and, yeah, rightfully so, because, Elder Scrolls does really, really well on PC.
Well, I think it's just Bethesda games in general, just because they've been so supportive of their modding community and whatnot.
Well, there were a bit of controversies with that, but
yeah, that's true. For the most part, they have been.
Yeah. And speaking of the other big Bethesda game, Starfield, I think this gets more shown off than Elder Scrolls 6 this year.
Yeah.
Microsoft
I think so as well. So, because I just don't think Elder Scrolls is anywhere near completion. Starfield just makes a heck of a lot more sense to show off.
Yeah.
Probably because that's probably a game that doesn't require the same development time as a big, massive open world.
We know nothing about this game. Maybe it is some big, massive space world.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
But I don't know. I just feel like Starfield, I think, maybe is farther along in development, but that's purely a guess on my part.
Hard read. It's the Star Fox game we all wanted, but we'll never get.
Star Fox game we all wanted. Well, Nintendo can't make it. I guess fucking Bethesda will.
I guess that's how that works.
Oh, God. So, yeah, looking forward to the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase. But there's one other event that's happened. Well, okay, two other events that are happening beforehand. First off, good old Ubisoft with their Ubisoft Forward on the 12th. Oh boy, Ubisoft.
Byron's favorite company.
My
so,
favorite.
For a little bit of context on it, we were watching, I think it was the 2019 E3 presentation.
I
every
think
time
so, yeah.
a Tom Clancy title was shown, this dude would lose his shit.
Okay, there was
a lot of Tom Clancy shown.
There was one reason I was losing my shit, was because they didn't spread out the Tom Clancy. No, they loaded up the Tom Clancy in a row, and I'm like, come on. How can there be 8 fucking Tom Clancy games? And also, here's a prediction. Even though I don't have a thing for it on screen, I bet your ass there's going to be at least 2 Tom Clancy games at this. Even though I don't think I'm going to be watching this. I guarantee you there will be 2 Tom Clancy games at
That's
the
not
Ubisoft
going to go
Forward.
one above. I'm going to say at least 3.
3. I half expect more, but 2. I'm just lowballing it 2. Okay.
All right. So
Well-
for some Ubisoft predictions, I think we're going to see at least the title or a logo of some sort of the next Assassin's Creed game.
Yep. Like, it's been... How long has it been since the last Assassin's Creed? Like,
What was the name of that game? I know it took place in Egypt.
I think it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah. I think it's been about a year and a half to 2 years since then. That's why I'm saying we're going to get like a logo or something. We're not going to get like actual gameplay footage or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because that's the new trend nowadays. They just you're a video game company, you just post the logo of a video game now in development. And get people all excited over it. I do think we get something from Assassin's Creed.
Because
the new game's further along in development than that, but
because we saw that trend up last week.
Oh yeah, we sure did. We also torpedoed whatever I was going to predict for Square Enix later, but that's okay.
So, Ubisoft. There's one character that I think a lot of people know Ubisoft for. Rayman. I love Rayman. Rayman games are great. I think Rayman is dead. IMO. Michel Ancel left Ubisoft, and I think that put Rayman in grave danger of just it being dead. IMO. As much as I hate saying this, I don't think we see anything Rayman at Ubisoft Forward.
I'm hoping you're wrong, but I think you're right. Yeah, Only because I don't think that Rayman's permanently dead, but I don't think we see him this year. The thing is, the reason why I don't think Rayman is dead is because they just recently, well, I guess it's been a few years now, they put him in Brawlhalla and whatnot.
Well, yeah, but Ubisoft owned that game.
And I'm pretty sure they just remastered and put some of those Rayman games on the last generation of platforms not too long ago, right? Am I mistaken? I thought they did that. Yeah, I would hate to see Rayman go by the wayside, but
yeah, it'd be sad.
It doesn't seem that the immediate future is very bright as of right now. Yeah, I'd love to be pleasantly surprised and proven wrong. So
yeah,
don't expect to see Rayman, but hope for it. I guess is my take on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of things related to the Rayman series, and I predicted this in the Nintendo predictions, but I do think we see another Mario and Rabbids crossover game of some sort.
Oh.
Yes. So I don't know if it'll be another XCOM style game like Kingdom Battle, or if it'll be a different type of game entirely. But I do think that the first Mario Rabbids game was really successful, and there's no reason why Ubisoft wouldn't want to make another one. And I do think that'll be shown off at the Ubisoft Forward instead of the Nintendo E3 Direct.
Yeah, I believe the first Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle was shown off at the Ubisoft Forward in 20.
Yeah, did they have Miyamoto?
I'm pretty sure they had Miyamoto there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy was like super happy. I think he like cried or something.
But yeah.
Yeah, that was super epic.
Yeah, but from a financial standpoint, it makes sense to make probably another Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, since I think that game sold like 5 million copies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if they do a direct sequel and make it like an XCOM style game. They could easily do like any other type of spin-off. Like, I'm blanking right now, but
I don't know.
They can come up with something.
It's not going to be a platformer. That's for shit sure.
Well, yeah, because at that point it's just a Mario game.
Yeah, it's just a Mario game with annoying ass rabbits. Yeah, I said it. The Rabbids are the video game equivalent of the Minions. Boom. The coldest take on the planet right there. And, well, another Michel Ancel property that I think is, at this point, We haven't heard from this since like 2018. I'm pretty sure. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Yeah, it's canceled. It's not showing up here.
I'm not entirely sure that they would cancel a game outright. I understand that Michelin, gone from the company and whatnot.
Yeah.
At the very least, they're sure as hell not announcing at their Forward during E3 that's canceled.
Well, no,
So,
I just don't
I guess
think it'll
Byron
show.
don't expect to see it, and the game is probably canceled.
Yeah, and there's a few other, like, obvious Ubisoft things. Like, of course, there's gonna be Just Dance, and of course the Tom Clancy stuff.
You definitely know you're gonna see those.
Yep. And
one more Ubisoft prediction.
Oh.
I think we are going to see maybe not a sequel in the true sense of the word, but a new Starlink game.
Oh.
But this time they ditched the toys entirely, and they massively increased the scope.
Yeah, like, I think the thing that fucked Starlink over was the toys.
Land.
Yeah, because I don't think Starlink did well.
Oh, there's two things that Starlink struggled with. The toys were the obvious number one. But number two for me was landing on the planets and stuff like that. The space gameplay seemed to be really good and really polished. But the same could not be said for whenever they would go on planet and whatnot. So hopefully they learned from both lessons. I honestly think that Starlink as an idea or a concept is a good one and could work. But I'm not entirely sure that Ubisoft's going to be so quick to abandon it. Like I said, the flaws are pretty apparent and obvious, and I do think there is a demand for a spacefaring game.
Well, I feel like that demand is like taken pretty much by like No Man's Sky.
That's fair. I can't argue that. All the more reason to go in and steal some of their fans.
I guess, yeah. Maybe they could take some lessons from No Man's Sky, which hell of a recovery for No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah, they definitely recovered quite nicely.
Hell yeah, but like yeah. Okay, so interesting prediction. Fucking Starlink. That game did not cross my mind, honestly. But yeah. Oh, speaking of things Ubisoft is going to be at, Summer Game Fest Kickoff Live 2021. As you see on the screen right now, these are all the companies. We don't have predictions for every company. Cough. Amazon Games. Because
that's
Amazon
gonna be really difficult.
Amazon can't make a good game to save their fucking life.
I didn't even know they make games.
They made like 3 games and all of them fucking flopped.
So I guess that's why I haven't heard about them.
Yeah. Yeah, Summer Game Fest Kickoff Live. There's going to be live performances, and there's going to be, Jeff Keighley tweeted out there were going to be like 20 to 30 game reveals. Game reveals, updates on games, etc.
Okay, so this is where I think we'll see information from Mediatonic in regards to the next Fall Guys season.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you stole that from me.
I knew you were going to get really excited about it, so I figured I would, one, beat you to it, and then let you go off about it afterwards.
Fall Guys. So, yeah, obviously, it is close to the end of Season 4. That should be ending here by probably July. So, yeah, I will 100% expect Season 5 to be revealed. What Season 5's theme is going to be? Fuck if I know. Maybe some, like, beach theme? Because I think Season 6 would end up starting probably in, like, September or something. So, like, a beach theme would probably be, like, perfect. But I don't think they will go that route. But look, Season 4 was great. All the games and all the new games they added in Season 4 were great. So, hoping the same thing for Fall Guys Season 5.
I think a beach theme would be like really good for Fall Guys. They can embrace their inner Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah,
and have like a bunch of like island theme stuff.
Yeah, this season is going to take place during the summer. So like I feel like that makes sense. There could be some other theme they do, and I'll also be like, oh wow, this is cool. Hey, just don't make terrible rounds, please, and give us a new fucking final, please. God, we haven't had a new final since season 3, so please, season 5, new finale. I'm getting tired of playing Thin Ice every fucking other final.
So I guess while we're talking about one very formerly trendy mobile / really popular game, Fall Guys is Battle Royale. I guess it's not. Whatever, this transition's ruined already. I think we're also going to see Among Us as well.
Yep.
And I think Among Us is going to show off a new map.
Yes.
Much to the dismay of many of their current players.
Yeah.
That they still have.
Yeah. It's still a kind of popular game, but it's not like as popular as it was even before the new map released in February. Which one day we are going to do an episode just covering Among Us, the rise and fall. But that's not going to be for a while. But look forward to that.
For a while. Because I don't think Among Us is like entirely out of it or dead just yet.
Maybe they will add incredible stuff alongside the new map. Who knows? But definitely
we're definitely going to see a new map. They're not going to show off any new roles or stuff like that for people to play as like in traditional Mafia games and whatnot. It's really unfortunate, but I mean,
yeah. For those who don't know, people have been quite having fun modding roles into Among Us.
Oh yeah,
Town of Salem style.
So
but yeah.
You could definitely expect to see the new map from Inner Sloth.
So another slam dunk company prediction, and I'll let you go off on this because I know jack shit about this. MiHoYo.
Yeah,
Genshin.
So we're going to see footage of the new, I think it's a continent. It could be like a new country. Either way, a large new area to explore. It's going to be pretty exciting for the most part. Inazuma, and I think they've already done like a prologue to this area. So like there's some story beats that they hit you with right before it starts. Long story short, this is 100% the place they show this area off. I think they might have some other characters as well, but outside of that, I don't think we see anything else from them.
Yeah. Yeah, you know more about Genshin, so I don't have a fucking thing to say.
Well, as soon as they showed off that they were going to be here, it was pretty much confirmed.
Like for quite a few of these companies, like it's obvious what they're.
A lot of people were kind of speculating on the idea of what if they're covering like Honkai Impact or some of their other mobile games.
But like,
I don't think that's at all likely.
Because even I know MiHoYo as Genshin Impact. And
I think that's what they're most mainstream for nowadays.
Yeah, so keep working on that. Rocket League is probably going to know stuff about Season 4. I did a little bit of research on Rocket League before the show. Season 4, the seasons last about 4 months. The next season is probably going to be in August, so Season 4 Rocket League, that's all I fucking have.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw Psyonix on the list, I'm like, well, what else could they show off?
Unless they reveal a new game, but I highly doubt they're making a new game.
Yeah, that would be like the big stunning announcement. I'd be like, whoa.
I would like to see Psyonix make other games at some point, but I think they're going to continue to ride out Rocket League's popularity. So, there is one company, and I'm pretty sure you were the same thing. When we first saw their logo, we're like, what the fuck are they going to be doing here? And that's all good old PlayStation.
Yep, good old PlayStation. Especially because they just had like a bunch of announcements. recently.
Yeah, so basically the biggest news of last week, of this past week, was that there was a Q&A on the PlayStation blog with Herman Hulst that announced that God of War is 100% a 2022 game. Horizon Forbidden West may potentially be the holiday game for PlayStation, and that Gran Turismo 7, the new God of War, and Horizon Forbidden West are also coming to PlayStation 4 alongside their PlayStation 5 versions. So with all that, I don't know what the fuck PlayStation are going to be doing here. Maybe they just drop a Ratchet and Clank trailer or fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think they're going to drop a whole lot in the what's the launch showcase.
Yeah, the Summer Game Fest. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think because we're probably going to see a state of play sometime in July or later, possibly even August. I think the only thing we see from Sony is either a Ratchet and Clank trailer, like you were saying, or potentially a release date and some gameplay for more gameplay, because we just got a lot of gameplay for Horizon Forbidden West, and I think that's just it. I don't think we see anything else from Sony here.
Well, that or maybe they throw like a smaller title in there, like Sifu, that like Kung Fu game.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
But I don't expect anything big from PlayStation at this event. I would be gobsmacked if.
As I said, I do think PlayStation's having their own state of play or something in like a month or two.
Yeah, but they'll give Keighley something.
Yeah, I definitely think that they would have had a larger presence at the show overall, had they not already done a 20-minute, trailer footage of Horizon Forbidden West and also talked about all those other announcements.
That's where I'm going to disagree with you on that, actually.
I
don't think PlayStation was going to have a big presence, regardless of whether they did that state of play on Horizon. Considering that there's companies, probably 30 announcements. Each company gets probably one announcement. So like who knows? Good old fucking Capcom.
Yeah. So Capcom, I don't think we see Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I think because of the pandemic, they kind of did an about face and started developing
even
DLC
more
characters for 5.
Yeah, and plus, whatnot. I believe, I think it was like a creative director or someone like higher up that was working on Street Fighter 6, like left Capcom. if memory serves me correctly. So, like, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is gonna be a while.
So that's my take on that situation. In terms of other news from Capcom, I think the biggest prediction I have is I think this is where we're going to see footage for the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah,
I don't think we see anything else from the Resident Evil series, primarily just Resident Evil 8 Village just came out.
Yeah, unless somehow they have like DLC already, like ready to at least show, which is very possible.
I do think this possibly is one of the best times to show off the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's been a little bit since the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah, and like it feels like a Resi 4 remake. After they remade 2 and 3, it just feels inevitable.
Well, I think we all knew it was eventually going to happen. Just a matter of
it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah,
basically.
So that's my largest prediction for Capcom.
Yeah, basically Resi, Resi Eve. So another company that Slade probably has more info on, Bandai Namco.
Yeah, so there's one title that's 100% without beyond a shadow of doubt going to be there. That's Tales of Arise. That game is probably going to finally get its release date because we know it's going to come out this year, and it's nearing completion and whatnot. I think a lot of people are really looking forward to that. Byron, what do you have from Bandai Namco?
For some reason, I feel like there's one of two things. Either probably, like you said, Tales of Rise, or for some reason, I feel like they might feel another anime fighter here. What anime? I don't fucking know, but it seems like Bandai Namco's making all the anime fighters, all the licensed anime fighters. So like maybe a licensed anime fighter gets revealed. Which anime? I don't fucking know. But yeah, like that, because like I don't think we get anything Pac-Man related,
Right.
but which would have been my other guess. But I'm like, didn't they just come out with something Pac-Man related like a while ago? But maybe we'll get something Pac-Man related, which would be cool. Speaking of things that would be fucking cool, there is one company on here, .emu, makers of the TMNT Shredder's Revenge, the TMNT beat 'em up that we have.
Which I'm personally very, very excited for. I can't contain my excitement.
Yeah, it looks cool. Harkens back to TMNT 4 Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo. But hey, .emu, Windjammers 2, it got delayed, but there was a demo that came out in February or March. I streamed that over on my Twitch. Give me a goddamn release date, please. I want to know when I can play this game. Please. That's all
I do think it is the time to see the release date. So I do think we do see it. And that's something that's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, because this is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Goddamn, that demo hooked me in on it. Speaking of games that'll hook you in, fucking Square Enix. Square is going to be here. But they also have their own presentation as well.
Yeah, so I just gotten a bunch of Dragon Quest information and announcements from Square Enix.
Yeah.
So I wasn't wanting to state that Dragon Quest was going to have a large presence at E3 anyway, simply because that's more of a Eastern-focused series. There isn't as large as an appeal and audience out here in the West for it.
Yeah. That's
not to say that we won't get anything from Square Enix. So obviously, they're showing off things. I think this is where they show off some of their more Western-focused games and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think we see some information and some gameplay footage of Final Fantasy 16.
Do you think they show it at their presents, or do you think they show it at Summer Games Fest?
I think they show it at their own presentation and whatnot. I don't think we see anything for Final Fantasy 16 at any of the other developer show, unless Sony comes out with like a state of play. Then maybe.
Yeah,
but I don't see that being.
Yeah, I think that's
like
probably
a reality.
That's probably where Final Fantasy 16 next gets shown off.
Oh yeah.
If anything,
I think now more than ever, they're going to show off what's next for the Tomb Raider series.
Ooh. Oh, interesting choice.
Yeah, as I said, it's a more, Western-focused, game overall, game series. And I think E3 is the place that makes the most sense to show off more content for Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
And I think E3 is just the perfect time to do so. I definitely think they're also containing that to their own presentation.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely those two games for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? I don't think we see like more footage on games that they have previously announced. Like we don't see Project Triangle Strategy or anything like that.
Like if we do, Project Triangle Strategy is probably going to be part of the Nintendo show. If it's shown.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think Project Triangle Strategy is going to be multi-platform.
It's only been shown.
To be fair, it might be like a limited time exclusivity release, like Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. It's not in this image it's on the screen, but also at the Square Enix Presents, there will also be Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange, True Colors, and the absolute failure of a video game, Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any of those games. Call me crazy.
Well,
You know, I guess while we're at it, you know another game we're not gonna see?
what?
Balan Wonderworld.
No, that game's already been released. Like, Yuji
Well,
Naka.
I'm saying we're no future content for it, no sequels, dead.
Yeah. No
Dead,
future
dead,
content.
dead.
Yuji Naka has left Square Enix.
Burn it with fire.
Yeah, so Yuji Naka left Square. He is considering retirement. But God.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's expected, but it's also sad.
Yeah, like. That Battle Wonderworld is just a fucking
It
disaster.
reminds me of Mighty Number 9.
Oh God!
At all well.
Mighty Number 9. So ultimately, what do you think Square ends up showing off at Summer Games Fest?
Well, I think we're all going to be very pleasantly surprised because I think they're going to be showing off new titles. They're going to show off like a bunch of old stuff that's like already announced and whatnot.
Oh.
Like I said, I think Final Fantasy 16 is something that they definitely touch upon.
Okay.
But I don't see them going into a lot of detail. I think the World Ends With You sequel is something they'll also bring up.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think we're going to get quite a few new titles from them.
I would laugh my ass off if all Square had to show for Summer Game Fest. Not their presents, but for Summer Game Fest. Just literally replay the... just for the lulz, replay the Dragon Quest 12 logo showing. That's happening, though.
I don't think we're going to see any Dragon Quest from them, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be terribly surprised if they were to replay those videos.
Yeah. Are there any other predictions you have for Summer Game Fest from any other companies who haven't covered? Blizzard, Gearbox.
Well, we can
Sega.
talk about some of the other companies on this list that we previously got a presentation for that now I'm kind of wondering, well, what the hell do they got planned? Sega recently had a video for their Sonic 30th anniversary.
Yeah, the Sonic Central presentation, which we covered last week.
And I'm like, wow, they did this a week before E3. You know, screw my predictions. They just gunned them down on the spot. I have no clue what Sonic's going to do. Well, I mean, I do know what Sonic's going to do. I don't know what Sega is going to do at this year's
I
E3
feel
now.
like either one of two things are going to happen with Sega.
Okay.
Either something Yakuza related.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That or some weird retro IP revival. I don't know what retro IP, but some retro IP revival not developed by Sega but published by Sega.
I think we can also see some information on Fantasy Star Online and stuff like that.
Yeah, Fantasy Star Online too.
PSO2 is pretty popular
for that,
right
I guess. Possible.
Yeah. Golly, what else from Sega? Honestly, I couldn't think of it. As I said, when they showed the Sonic Central last week, it just torpedoed all my predictions that they had at the E3 presentation. In a good way, mind you, but still. Oh yeah, Activision. So I predict that we are going to either see footage or at the very least get an announcement of the remaster of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4.
Oh, bold prediction of you to say, considering Vicarious Visions is a Blizzard fucking support team now.
The remaster 1 and 2 were really successful. And I feel like they'd want to remaster the other two, you know, PlayStation 2 era titles.
You would think that, but then why would Active Blizzard send Vicarious Visions to basically be a Blizzard support team?
Well, I think right now they're releasing and announcing some games where they need hands on deck. Why we previously covered the team that makes Crash.
Well, yeah, that was Crash
for Toys for Bob. is currently assisting with Call of Duty. And back then, when we were talking about, we were a bit more like pessimistic, like,
Well,
oh,
I'm
this new
still
Toys for Bob is
kind of
dead.
pessimistic on that, honestly.
Now it's looking more and more like that. It's not that they're done with Crash. It's just that they're trying to get, Call of Duty, on deck and ready to go and release. So they just got all hands on deck. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I get. That might be the case for Toys for Bob. I don't feel like that's the case for Vicarious Visions.
Well, either way, it's my prediction. I'm sticking to it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, to no one's surprise, we're going to get a lot of footage on the new Call of Duty game.
I feel like that's the only thing Activision are going to show off at Summer Game Fest Kickoff Live. It's Call of Duty. That's
considering their configuration of IPs everywhere. I would be shocked. Okay.
Speaking of companies that we just talked about, what the fuck do we think Xbox is showing at this that they're not, that either they will just cover maybe in more detail at their event, or not even show off at their event and just give it to Keeley in his event?
You said Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, because Xbox is also here at this shindig.
I thought what's happening is the Microsoft and Bethesda event is being screened by both E3 and Summer Games Fest. Byron.
No, like on the list of logos, they're there for the Kickoff Live as well.
Is that what that logo is? That's for the Kickoff Live. I thought that was for everybody, like the entire Summer Games Fest.
No, that's for Kickoff Live, my man.
Oh, I imagine this is probably where you see the third-party announcements that I predicted, where you get a lot of those games on Game Pass and whatnot that weren't previously on Xbox.
Yeah, there probably will be a lot of Game Pass at this event as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my hard read on it. Okay, so I guess while we're breaking down this list at Sonic Speed,
Supersonic Speed,
Riot Games.
Ooh, yes, Riot Games.
So I think this is where Riot Games is going to show off either footage or cinematic, like trailers, for their League of Legends fighting game or their League of Legends RPG that they're making.
Yes, League of Legends. Yeah, I've heard, those two things have just been like talked about for what, months, maybe years at this point.
Well, I think people are really excited because people were skeptical of Riot's ability to make games outside of mobiles and whatnot.
Yeah,
but they made Valorant, and Valorant is a very good and very successful game.
Yeah, so like,
I think people are very optimistic about the future.
Yeah, Riot knows how to make competitive games.
Yes, that is 100% sure. But with the RPG they're making, they're going to be taking an about face from competitive to single player and story inducing,
which is interesting.
Yes, so I do think this is where we see footage of it. They have the backing of their parent company, Tencent Games, and all their billions and trillions of dollars,
and all of their ridiculous money from like just their own events and stuff.
Yeah, so I definitely think this is where we see footage for some of those other projects they're working on. I do think we're also going to see quite a bit of more footage for Valorant.
Yeah,
possibly like new characters, possibly even new maps.
Yeah, new characters. Yeah, this probably would be a good time to announce that. Maybe. Yeah, new maps, new characters, updates, I guess, to the
but outside of that, I don't see Riot doing anything else at this year's Summer Games Fest / E3.
There is one fucking company that I am absolutely puzzled trying to figure out what they're gonna do. That's good old Steam. Steam is gonna be here.
So this is gonna be a hot take. Steam's gonna, put itself on consoles.
Oh
and the entire Steam library is going to end up on every single fucking console. It's going to be one of the most revolutionary things in gaming.
God, shoutouts to Apple versus Epic real quick for that.
Oh, no, wait, I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Steam is going to come out with their own console, and this console is going to retroactively have access to every game already on the Steam library.
So you think they're gonna try Steam machines again?
No, I actually don't think fucking
No.
trolling.
we don't have anything for fucking
Yeah,
Steam.
honestly, I'm kind of puzzled by their appearance here too. I don't have a prediction one way or another. I'm just I got my eye on them. That's the best I could say.
Well, Epic. Well, speaking of, let's just fucking go to the other guy we just mentioned, Epic Games. Maybe they'll show off Unreal 5. That's about fucking it, maybe.
What we're gonna see from Epic is 3/4 of the games announced are all gonna be on PC Epic Game Store exclusive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said it.
Possible.
It's unfortunate. I said it.
I feel like some of them will, if they come to PC, they will be Epic exclusive. Honestly, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, those Sonic games being Epic Games exclusives.
Oh god, yeah.
Definitely had people wondering why.
Why? Just any other companies you've got stuff for?
I think I'm just about out. I can't see anything from the list that we haven't covered.
EA, 2K are gonna be sports.
And that is happening in July, so we got plenty of time.
Well, that's for EA. I do think probably for 2K we see NBA, the new NBA.
We'll probably see the new NBA 2K game or probably a wrestling 2K game. Honestly, it doesn't matter either way because the game's gonna run like shit on release and be bugged, possibly unplayable. What else is new?
What else is new with annualized sports franchises? But yeah, I think that's about it because the rest of these we don't have a clue.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm just looking forward to E3. I'm so glad that we're getting it this year.
Yeah,
I know it's probably been said to death, but last year with the pandemic and all the depressing news going on, it was a pretty tough year. Pretty tough year.
Yeah. And so so be prepared for a lot of fucking stuff from us. Friday, sometime Friday, we will have up our Summer Game Fest Kickoff live thoughts. On Sunday, we will have Xbox stuff, and on Tuesday, we will have Nintendo. That next Tuesday, we will have Nintendo stuff.
Release a video per company, hopefully the same day, but if it's the next day, that just how it goes.
Yeah. At least those like 3 conferences are like the big ones we're gonna cover.
Absolutely. So, anyways, this has been Slade,
and this has been Byron. Hope you'll have a good day
or night. Take it easy, everybody.